Okay, so here it is. Dane is not going to talk about real gang stalking. This woman will. I don't know if I can play this video, but here it is right here. This is her channel right here. I'm pretty sure this will play.
Good morning. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I'm a target of what is known as organized stalking, which is also called gang stalking. And the reason why I'm making this video file is I want fellow San Diegoans and fellow Californians and actually fellow American citizens to understand something. I'm a whistleblower, and at the military, federal, and state level. And the reason why I did what I did out here in California was to prove that I was a target of this crime. I arrived in California, San Diego, for the first time since 2006 on August 8, 2011, and I'm still here, effective still, February 27, 2013.
I don't know if she's still alive, but if you want to watch the video, it's right there. See, unlike controlling the narrative, yeah, okay, yeah, it's right here. Bandicam, okay. Now, this is the video that has a problem. For some strange reason, it shows up here, but when I click on it, it says video not available, but there it is. Hopefully you can see it. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Can I make it bigger? Okay, let's see if I can make it bigger real quick. Third party controls, zoom. Why can't you just put the zoom right here where it used to be? Okay. Okay, zoom is at 100. Okay, there it is. Hopefully you can see this, but it's right there. Okay, see, it won't play. It won't play it. It won't play because it's restricted mode. Let's see. See, it's restricted mode for me, but it won't play. But it's right there, okay? Hopefully you can read that. She talks about real gang stalking, Dane. You don't. And she ain't gonna talk about no Jesus, because Jesus will not save you from gang stalking. Holy crap, Dane. Dane. Alright, so I gotta go all. I swear to God, these programs are just making it so much harder for me. Okay, now I have to scroll all the way to F down and make it 100. Whoa, what happened to my history? Okay, so that was weird. Okay, but she will talk about gang stalking. This woman will talk about gang stalking. Dane does not talk about real gang stalking. Dane is part of doing a psychological operation campaign against real gang stalking victims. You believe him under your own on your own, against your own peril or whatever. I mean, but he clearly lying. She's not lying. She is clearly not lying. She experienced what real gang stalking goes through. Real gang stalking victims go through. It's right there. And she homeless. Alright, just like I was. I was homeless. I'm still getting gang stalked now, but the gang stalking was really bad when I was street homeless living in Los Angeles, which I have paperwork to prove it. And it's from the VA. Certified. Hello, Andre. I love you.
Twitching, severe headaches, blurred vision, as well as hearing the voices of their perpetrators in their head or in their surroundings while they're being attacked.
Wow. Well, let me go down the list of some of these that I came up with. We've got DARPA has a sonic projector that was reported on in 2007. But of course, it had been around for quite some time before then. Army has something they call voice to skull. We got the Air Force using microwaves to create sounds at Brooks Air Force Base. We've got the Marine Corps with their Medusa project. We've got the State Department, as reported by the Washington Post in 2005, working on voices implanted in people's heads. We've got a couple of companies, one that has patented something called hypersound. That's American Technologies. Has also got Holosonic Research Labs, also has a patented version. So the military-industrial complex has been all over this. When you see something this wide, this is not just one little research project from one organization. And this is something that 5, 10 years ago, it was being reported on in even mainstream press like the Washington Post, and yet nobody knows about this.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna do a part 2. Okay, so we got that down. You see, a lot of these fakes will not talk about this, and they will not bring up psychoelectronic weapons effects. Popular Mechanics magazine. So a lot of the fakes won't bring it up, especially these fake Christians. Definitely ain't gonna bring any of it up because it doesn't support their positions. These people are purposely mixing gang stalking with the supernatural, gang stalking with religion, gang stalking with spirituality. They mixing gang stalking with the tarot cards, gang stalking with this fake shit called the Chosen One. This fake shit called the Chosen One. Now, the stuff about the Chosen One, technically, that is called the Indigo Child. It's a new version of the Indigo Child. They keep doing this. The Indigo Child. Indigo Child. That Chosen One stuff, Indigo Child. So anybody that brings up the Indigo Child is fake. And nobody talks about no damn Indigo Child saving the world except for a few people like this shit. Oh, you see, look, there it is. Indigo Child. And what happened to these Indigo Child? What happened to them? They ain't doing jack shit. Look, see? Indigo Child.
What most people don't realize is I eat more carbs than almost anybody.
So hello, my name is TALAN Godfrey. I'm going to keep saying this over and over because I had to repeat and record and re-record. So I'm going to say hello, and you guys are going to keep hearing that. So hello, Andre. Mommy loves you. I love you. Hopefully I can see you at the Santa Monica Pier during my protest sometime soon. But I love you. I miss you. Aunt Galen miss you. Your grandmother miss you. Your granddad miss you. We all love you. And we all miss you, Andre. I had to talk about these gang stalkers. And yes, you was a gang stalking victim. I don't know about now, but when you was 6 years old, you was a gang stalking victim because they hit you with direct energy weapons. They hit your mommy with direct energy weapons, and then they mess with your grandmother. Your grandmother would just had no control of her limb, and she was just breaking, like, I'm about to break this phone. She like breaking cups in the kitchen when you was like around 6 years old. So I'm going to try to make this real quick for you guys. Like I said, my name is TALAN Godfrey. I'm a real gang stalking victim. This video is about Dane. Sorry, I don't know why I can't pronounce that. I don't mean to mispronounce his name like that. I really don't. But this is about this dude. He's a fake gang stalking victim. He's one of these fake Christians. He lied about what real gang stalking is to his audience because he's all about that Chosen One. We all know about the Chosen One. It's nothing more than a psychological operation campaign, a psyops. This may not show all his videos about the Chosen One because I'm under a different internet and it's under restriction mode right here. See, restriction mode. I can't remove it. That's by the ISP. That's not me, ISP, doing that. But you see, Chosen Ones, Chosen Ones, Chosen Ones, Chosen Ones. There's some more videos that he made about the Chosen One. The Chosen One is not real. If you see anybody talking about gang stalking and mixing it with the Chosen One, talking about targeted individuals and mixing it with the Chosen One, they're fake, phony, and false. All of them is fake, phony, and false. And you notice how they all talk about there being the Chosen One, but they can't Chosen One themselves to get that camera out and record the street scene of harassment. Yeah, I find that odd too. So anyway, I'm an atheist and I can get my camera out and record this gang stalking stuff, and I have. That's the only reason why I'm still here, because I recorded the street scene of harassment, the slander and libel campaigns, getting hit with direct energy weapons, dancing right there, and I recorded a whole bunch of weird stuff going on in this building and going around with my housing voucher. I've recorded all of that. It's the only reason why I'm still here. And yes, I've been gang stalked at the VA. Google gang stalking at the VA. It's right there. And his Jesus that this dude claims he believes in is not going to save you from it. Now, this dude, real quick, he's saying that if you just believe in Jesus, if you just believe in Jesus, that can stop the gang stalking. No, his God, that he don't even know the origin of his freaking God, will not stop you from being gang stalked. Okay, we're gonna get into it because I finally found the video, okay, of his war God. He doesn't even know it, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. His God is a war God. His God is nothing more than Ares, the god of war, and it wasn't the only God. His God wasn't the only God existing in this pantheon of gods. It was just like the copying of the Roman gods and the Greek gods, which are basically the same gods under a different name. Yahweh is nothing more than Ares, the god of war. Okay, but of course, this dude ain't gonna know that. Okay, now here it is. This is a really good interesting video if you want to learn the truth about Yahweh. Okay, see, half these people don't even know about this, but this is a war god that became the God that we know of the Bible today. The Messianic gods, the gods of Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, and all these subsections that go underneath that. It's a war god that these people are worshiping, which is funny to me. Here's another video proving that, you know, again, a war god, a war god.
During the Bronze Age, from
Okay, and yet this dude Dane claimed that you believe in this ancient war god is going to prevent you from being gang stalked when they're hitting you with direct energy weapons. No, it won't, Dane. You fake Christian, you. No, it won't. Okay, see, and I'm not cyberbullying this man. This dude is clearly lying. Popular Mechanics magazine. So a lot of the fakes won't bring it up. See, I will bring it up because I ain't fake. I protest this stuff because I'm trying to prove that gang stalking is real through a legal and scientific lens. And that's how I think that targeted justice lawsuit against the government proving that gang stalking is real. I believe that failed because there's not enough people talking about gang stalking through a legal and scientific lens. So the legal system can go, oh, well, this is about crazy stuff. This is about the chosen ones. That's not real. That's not what real gang stalking is. This is gang stalking right here. Popular Mechanics magazine. Right there. Then you got Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit, Dane. Okay, you got Woody Norris, TED Talk, that talked about those mind control technologies. Okay. Oh, okay. TED Talk, okay. Ted Gunderson's affidavit, gang stalking affidavit. See right there, I always mention this, Dane, because I'm a real gang stalking victim, Dane, and I can prove it too, Dane. See, there it is. Ted Gunderson gang stalking affidavit. That's a legal document from the former top cop of Los Angeles County, the former top cop of the FBI building that they have on Wilshire over there. Ted Gunderson's gang stalking affidavit. Prove that the mind control technology is real. Prove that the direct energy weapons are real. And prove that the gang stalking is real. And it had nothing to do with your God, Dane. Dude, these fake Christians, man. Okay. Oh my God, these people are so fake. But let's see if we can go back to this dude right here. I'm sorry, I'm apologizing to you now because this is going to be a really, really long video. Okay, and I'm going to prove that a lot of the people like Dane, they talk about demons and stuff like that. There's no demons involved with gang stalking. If you being gang stalked by a demon, quotation mark gang stalked by a demon, it's not called gang stalking. It's called hauntings. I'll prove it in later on in the video. All right, I love you, Andre. Peace. I love. Hopefully, everybody watching this video, I hope you guys have a good time. I'm sorry for it being so super long. But I have a great feeling that you're going to enjoy me telling the truth, telling the world that this fake gang stalking victim, Dane, he's fake. Okay. You guys have a good day. And I'm going to say God bless as a sarcasm, but I hope you guys have a good day. Okay. Hello, Andre. I love you.
Twitching, severe headaches, blurred vision, as well as hearing the voices of their perpetrators in their head or in their surroundings while they're being attacked.
Wow. Well, let me go down the list of some of these that I came up with. We've got DARPA has a sonic projector that was reported on in 2007. But of course, it had been around for quite some time before then. Army has something they call voice to skull. We got the Air Force using microwaves to create sounds at Brooks Air Force Base. We've got the Marine Corps with their Medusa project. We've got the State Department, as reported by the Washington Post in 2005, working on voices implanted in people's heads. We've got a couple of companies, one that has patented something called hypersound. That's American Technologies. Has also got Holosonic Research Labs, also has a patented version. So the military-industrial complex has been all over this. When you see something this wide, this is not just one little research project from one organization. And this is something that 5, 10 years ago, it was being reported on in even mainstream press like the Washington Post, and yet nobody knows about this.
Well,
Okay. I'm going to do a part 2. Okay, so we got that. We got that down. You see, a lot of these fakes will not talk about this, and they will not bring up psychoelectronic weapons effects. Popular Mechanics magazine. So a lot of the fakes won't bring it up, especially these fake Christians. Definitely ain't gonna bring any of it up because it doesn't support their positions. These people are purposely mixing gang stalking with the supernatural, gang stalking with religion, gang stalking with spirituality. They mixing gang stalking with the tarot cards, gang stalking with this fake shit called the Chosen One. This fake shit called the Chosen One. Now, the stuff about the Chosen One, technically, that is called the Indigo Child. It's a new version of the Indigo Child. They keep doing this. The Indigo Child. Indigo Child. That Chosen One stuff, Indigo Child. So anybody that brings up the Indigo Child is fake. And nobody talks about no damn Indigo Child saving the world except for a few people like this shit. Oh, you see, look, there it is. Indigo Child. And what happened to these Indigo Child? What happened to them? They ain't doing jack shit. Look, see? Indigo Child.
What most people don't realize is I eat more carbs than almost anybody.
So you...
Okay, my name is TALAN GODFREY, and I'm a real gang stalking victim. I was planning to do a response video to this dude named Dane. Yeah, transmundane. Okay, whatever. There it is. Okay, I just want to say, Andre, I love you. I love you. I missed you. Mommy loves you. Grandma loves you. Granddad loves you. Aunt Galen loves you. Everybody loves you, Andre. We all love you, and we all want to see you again, and we will. But I had to talk about these fakes, man. Okay, because these fakes are going to get people, what happened to us, real gang stalking victims like you and me, Andre, because we was here with these direct energy weapons, they're going to get us in trouble. And they're going to get a whole bunch of people who are like us in trouble because these people do not talk about real gang stalking like this dude. And plus, he talked about that damn Chosen One. Now, he made a response video to me saying that if I had like discernment or whatever, that I would have figured this shit out. I'm going to prove to him what real discernment is because this dude don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And he's one of those fake Christians. One, he lied to his audience. And he said something about loud surveillance. Instead of using what it's actually called, it's called overt surveillance. But he called it loud surveillance. Why did he call it loud surveillance? He didn't mess up if he had discernment like he claimed his God gave him. He called it loud surveillance instead of overt surveillance because he didn't want his audience to know that gang stalking is real. 2, gang stalking had nothing to do with no darn demon, and he's on this spirituality crap. Once you realize that gang stalking is real and it's not a demon, fallen angels, you're not a chosen one. These people are out there and they're trying to get you in jail, trying to get you in prison, trying to get your kids taken away from you. trying to get you in trouble. They're slandering and libeling your name. They're defaming you. All this shit is technically illegal. You gonna drop that chosen one crap. You gonna drop that spirituality and that religion crap real quick, and you gonna realize that this dude's fake, phony, and false, and you gonna get whatever money that you were gonna give to these fake chosen ones. These fake chosen ones, you're gonna get rid of that real quick and start hiring getting some cameras, and if you got some money, you're gonna start hiring real private investigators. But people, fake Christians like this dude right here, he don't want people giving him this money to the private investigators. He wants the money. He ain't telling the truth. Somebody is forcing him to do this shit. Okay, let's see if I can find the original video. I'm switching between two internet providers. One internet provider have the settings on restricted mode, and I can't undo it. Then my internet that I pay for, I need to start paying it, but they put my internet on real slow, so it takes forever to upload. Okay, this is the video. Here, I'm gonna prove it. Okay, this is the videos that he has. This is my internet. Okay, what they're doing is my internet is fucked up. I use this person's internet, and half the videos that I go to, half the channels, if I go to a channel, some of the videos are gone. Ooh, except for this one. Oh, did they put his channel under restricted? His channel's not under restricted. Oh, holy crap. His video, whatever internet provider working with YouTube didn't put any of his videos under restricted. So therefore, people like this chosen one crap can spread. Oh my God, these people aren't. Oh my God, I mean, my video is under restricted. Here, I'm gonna go to my channel real quick. I'm gonna go to, this is the timestamp right here. I'm gonna go to my channel. Let's go to my channel. See, this what shows up under restricted, okay? This what only shows up under restricted, under this internet that I'm using. I know I'll get to it. I'll get to it, okay? But it's under restricted, and guess what? I can't even look at comments. Like this dude, I'm gonna make a video about him, proving that he lied. But you see, restricted mode has hidden discussions for this channel. I didn't do that. This internet provider that I'm using have done it. I didn't do it, and I can't undo it for some strange reason. But I noticed that Dwayne video ain't under restricted. All his video shows up. I find it funny. I find it funny, man. Oh wait, hold on. I guess his videos is under restricted. Okay, whatever. My bad, Dwayne. Wait, my bad. Okay, I apologize on that. But now I'm going to make a video about you, proving that you're a freaking liar.
My name is Dane. So it's kind of shocking to me, but someone
Me?
Someone made a video.
That's me.
About my channel.
Yes, I did.
About me. This is funny, dude. Like, I mean,
yes,
it's kind of sad.
It's funny because he's lying to his audience. That's why. See, I didn't do that. He didn't do it either. It's the internet provider that I'm using.
Because I don't know, this lady's really been hurt, obviously, through the stalking.
Yes, you being hit with direct energy weapons and mind control, and having these people slandering, liable, defaming you in the neighborhood, having these criminals come after you, trying to get you in jail, trying to get you in prison, trying to get you homeless. A lot of the street theater shit, I was too afraid to record. If I recorded, I could have got so many people on video. La Raza, LAPD officers, police officers, but there was La Raza activists in a police uniform. I would have gotten all that. Metro, their security, Metro, they call it Metro Police. Metro Police isn't the police, they're security, basically. It's just an overglorified security guard. I would have got them on camera. I would have got other Metro staff in Los Angeles on camera. I would have got them in trouble too. But yet sometimes as a gang stalking victim, you are too afraid to record, especially in the beginning of it, because you don't want to get caught. I say, get hidden cameras. But of course, this dude is not going to talk about any of the mind control, the direct energy weapons. They're not going to talk about how people be breaking into your house. He doesn't even suggest, so far that I've seen, he doesn't even suggest you get your cameras out and record this shit. He just said you need to believe in Jesus. You need to believe in Jesus. Of which Jesus is not going to stop gang stalking. I'm going to prove that too. But okay. But he's talking about demons. It's gang stalking. It's not no demons that gang stalking. Demons don't gang stalk. And more evidence that these fake Christians are lying. They say demons and fallen angels gang stalking people. No, demons don't gang stalk. What these fake Christians are talking about is hauntings. And I'll show that later on in the video.
It's like she's spending her time to try to discredit people who've actually been through it, like myself. It's like it makes
no videos
sense to me why I would.
Okay, no, here he was. He talked about he's some damn chosen one. Again, a lot of these people who talk about the chosen ones don't have their cameras. It's like amazing. These people talking about the chosen one can't chosen one themselves to get these cameras out and record the street theater harassment, record the workplace mobbing, record the gang stalking, record the stuff that's happening to them. They can't record it. They do what that King guy does and just walks when they get brave, I guess. If that King guy was a real gang stalking victim, I kind of doubt it. But they just, some of these people just walk around these big cities and bitch about the police everywhere. I'm like, and then they claim that they being gang stalked. That's not gang stalking. But again, these fake Christians, they can't prove that they're a gang stalking victim, and they don't talk about the direct energy weapons of mind control. I have no doubt that this person been he'd been a victim of a harassment campaign, but was it gang stalking? No, because he's not talking about the direct energy weapons and the mind control technology. And then he just says, oh, gang stalking is spiritual. Gang stalking is not spiritual. I'm going to prove that again. I'm going to prove it to you later on in this video, because this video is going to be long.
Spend my time making videos about something I know nothing about.
You don't,
Dwayne,
whatever. You don't.
Video, gang stalking victors. You know, because I'm no longer a victim.
No, he doesn't even talk. What this dude, right here, what this dude is doing is nothing more than a Terry Joe Jr. Positive affirmation, but the Christian pop variety. Okay, that's what he's doing. I'm gonna stop the camera, okay? Already 10 minutes in. Hello, Andre. I love you.
Twitching, severe headaches, blurred vision, as well as hearing the voices of their perpetrators in their head or in their surroundings while they're being attacked.
Wow. Well, let me go down the list of some of these that I came up with. We've got DARPA has a sonic projector that was reported on in 2007. Of course, it had been around for quite some time before then. Army has something they call voice to skull. We got the Air Force using microwaves to create sounds at Brooks Air Force Base. We got the Marine Corps with their Medusa project. We've got the State Department, as reported by the Washington Post in 2005, working on voices implanted in people's heads. We've got a couple of companies, one that has patented something called hypersound. That's American Technologies. Has also got Holosonic Research Labs, also has a patented version. So the military-industrial complex has been all over this. When you see something this wide, this is not just one little research project from one organization. And this is something that 5, 10 years ago, it was being reported on in even mainstream press like the Washington Post, and yet nobody knows about this.
Well,
Okay, I'm going to do a part 2. Okay, so we got that down. You see, a lot of these fakes will not talk about this, and they will not bring up psychoelectronic weapons effects. Popular Mechanics magazine. So a lot of the fakes won't bring it up, especially these fake Christians. Definitely ain't gonna bring any of it up because it doesn't support their positions. These people are purposely mixing gang stalking with the supernatural, gang stalking with religion, gang stalking spirituality. They mixing gang stalking with the tarot cards, gang stalking with this fake shit called the Chosen One. This fake shit called the Chosen One. Now, the stuff about the Chosen One, technically, That is called the Indigo Child. It's a new version of the Indigo Child. They keep doing this. Indigo Child. Indigo Child. That Chosen One stuff, Indigo Child. So anybody that brings up the Indigo Child is fake. And nobody talks about no damn Indigo Child saving the world except for a few people like this shit. Oh, you see, look, there it is. Indigo Child. And what happened to these Indigo Child? What happened to them? They ain't doing jack shit. Look, you see? Indigo Child.
What most people don't realize is I eat more carbs than almost anybody.
So you
You know, I was at one point, but I humbled myself. I sought the Lord.
I'm an atheist, and I know where his Lord comes from. Let's talk about his Lord real quick. Aaron Raw, okay. This was I forgot what they called it. Oh, what the fuck happened to my internet? Let me log on for a second. Okay, there he is right here. That's the dude right here. Okay, now we'll see. If you want, you can give him money. He's one of these old timers. Okay, let's go back to his most popular videos. Okay, and he talks about Jesus. Now he talks about, I think it's this one right here.
Do you want to start?
Oh, these ads, man.
Or grow your small business? The U.S.
He believed in a personal God, and he said that if one chanted the mantras with devotion, Lord Krishna would visibly appear and speak to him in an audible voice. Many pagans are similarly convinced of having met their deities too. For example, a cat fancier in Texas insists he began worshipping Bast only after the Egyptian goddess dramatically appeared, physically manifest, having personally chosen him to become her disciple.
Like, you see that Chosen One shit. That Chosen One, okay, let's see it. Everyone got to be a Chosen One.
It's no surprise that Christians say the same things about their versions of God too. No religion is significantly different from any other in this respect, but whatever else may be going on, when men claim revelation from God, it usually means that they've decided to promote their own biased and unsubstantiated opinions as if they were divinely inspired. So it's not like any one true God is really guiding all these people the way they all insist he, she, they, or it is. If any God exists, and it happens that there's only one of them, then surely every spiritually enlightened and visionary holy man from any nation or tribe should be able to sense it, if men can sense such things at all, and their scribes would write the scroll seeking to make sense of it, however feeble an attempt that may be. Perhaps that's why there are so many different religions, because no man can know the true state of God. There can only be one truth and only one version of it, but rather than coming together, as everyone's search for the one truth should, religions continuously shard further and further apart into more divided factions with mutually exclusive beliefs, and there are as many wrong interpretations as there are people claiming theirs as the absolute truth. Which brings us to the third foundational falsehood of creationism. The assertion that any human's understanding of their various internally conflicting and intercontradictory beliefs should or even could be considered infallible or inherently accurate. In reality, there is no such thing as absolute truth. Everything within the capacity of human understanding contains a degree of error, and everything men know to be true is only true to a degree. Everyone is inevitably wrong about something somewhere. We don't know everything about everything. We don't know everything about anything. And what we do know, we don't know accurately on all points, nor completely in every detail. Honest men admit this. Anyone claiming to know the absolute truth is not being honest, especially not when they claim to know anything about things which can only be believed on faith. Even if men were given genuine revelations by truly omniscient beings, they must still be filtered and interpreted by weaker minds influenced by our limitations, biases, and misimpressions, as well as linguistic and cultural barriers.
Okay, so this man, I'm going to find you the video when he talks about the Christian God and where it actually freaking came from. Okay, timestamp. Okay, hey, let's watch it.
For any of the fables in the Bible is the Bible itself. Archaeology certainly doesn't support any of these stories. Instead, we have many earlier versions of many of them coming from the myriad myths of polytheism, some of which written by the very ancestors of the biblical authors. They apparently conceived all the original but as yet unassociated elements, which were eventually blended together into the fables we now know as Genesis. These stories can be interpreted wildly differently by anyone who reads them. Some argue that the Bible doesn't really say some of the things we can prove that it does, while others are convinced that it clearly does say things that it doesn't really even hint at anywhere. For example, the idea that there was no death before the fall. The Bible doesn't say that. In fact, it says there was death before the fall because Adam and Eve had to ingest and digest living cells in order to survive, the very definition of what it means to be an animal. The only way around that was to eat the fruit of the tree of eternal life, which directly contradicts the creationist interpretation because it wouldn't need to be there if they already had eternal life. It is an obvious metaphor.
Okay.
Not an actual deciduous plant. The Council of Nicaea gathered theologians from all over the Roman Empire trying to interpret what their scriptures meant rather than what they said. One of the central points of dispute was whether Jesus was who he said he was, or whether he was secretly God instead. Those trying to reconcile contradictions between the Old and New Testaments may have borrowed concepts of the Trinitarian gods and avatars from the Hindus. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said he was the creator of the world and God in the flesh, an avatar of Vishnu. But in the Gospels, which are the only documents claiming to record the Christ's actual words, Jesus never implied any of that at all. Jesus only did what Akhenaten did, promote himself as the sole prophet of the sun god. At one point, Jesus says he is one with God, but he clarifies that he is referring only to his purpose. And he says that any of us might become one with God just as he is, and that we may perform even greater miracles than he did. But throughout the Bible, regardless whatever else he may claim about himself, Jesus always only ever described himself as separate from and subordinate to El Allah Abba Yahweh. And he said that the God of Abraham and the bringer of the flood was someone else, somewhere else, who knows things Jesus doesn't know, can do things Jesus can't do, and who did things Jesus didn't do but only witnessed, like creating the world. Creationism is the belief that sacred scriptures were written by a god rather than by the actual human authors. When believers argue over any of the many things which contradict their religion, they often challenge us to decide whom are we going to believe, the alleged word of God or that of men, as if human inquiry had no chance against the authority they imagine their doctrine to be. But when they say men, they're talking about science, and when they refer to the word of God, they're talking about the myths written about God by men. If there really is an intelligent and purposeful creator, then it would have to be he who constructed the fossil record revealing evolutionary history, and he has to be the one who conceived the genetic patterns which also trace that same course. And it must have been he who added all the other lines of evidence which point to the evolutionary conclusion exclusively and in brilliant detail. Why else would these things exist? It's as if he were trying to tell us something. Men couldn't create any of those things, but men can tell stories, whoppers in fact. And it was men who wrote all of the scriptures pretending to speak for God. Every one of the world's supposedly holy doctrines of any religion describe themselves as being written by men, not gods. Men who were moved by or inspired by their favorite gods, or perhaps taking dictation from angels. But they were written by lowly, imaginative, yet imperfect mortals nonetheless, not by angels, and certainly not by gods. If there really was one true God, it should be the singular composite of every religion's gods, an uber-galactic supergenius and the ultimate entity of the entire cosmos. If a being of that magnitude ever wrote a book, then there would only be one such document, one book of God. It would be dominant everywhere in the world with no predecessors or parallels or alternatives in any language, because mere human authors couldn't possibly compete with it. And you wouldn't need faith to believe it, because it would be consistent with all evidence and demonstrably true, revealing profound morality and wisdom far beyond contemporary human capacity. It would invariably inspire a unity of common belief for every reader. If God wrote it, we can expect no less. But what we see instead is the very opposite of that. Instead of only one religion leading to one ultimate truth, we have many different religions with no common origin, all constantly sharding into ever more deeply divided denominations seeking conflicting truths, and each somehow claiming divine guidance despite their ongoing divergence in every direction. The Jewish Torah, the Christian Gospels, the Quran of Islam, the Kitab-i-Aqdas of Baha'u'llah, the Hindu Vedas, the Avestas of Zarathustra, the Adi Granth of the Sikhs, The Mahabharatas, Bhagavad Gita, the Book of Mormon, and the Urantia book are all declared to be the absolute truth and the revealed word of the one true God, and believers of each say the others are deceived. The only logical probability is that they all are, at least to some degree. None of these have any particular advantage over the others, none of them have any evidentiary support, and none of them are historically verifiable.
I'm Dr. Paul Meyer, professor of ancient history at Western Michigan University. I'm not trying to say that now I have proven that the Bible is authoritative, is accurate historically. Of course not. You still have to have faith.
All of them require faith and apologetics as well, because they also contain inconsistencies, absurdities, and primitive notions once held true, but which have since been disproved. So they can claim no evidence of divine wisdom. Many of them promote heinous atrocities in place of morality, and many claim to be validated by prophecies now fulfilled, where each may also contain prophecies which failed to come to pass as predicted. Leading theologians admit that all of the scriptures of any religion were written by human hands, and were thus subject to the interpretations, impressions, and perspectives of their primitive and often prejudiced and politically motivated authors, and they cite this as the explanation behind many of the contradictions in those books, especially those in the Bible.
Well, I wouldn't call them contradictions as much as commentaries the one on the other. Again, let's point out we probably do have two different authors here whose work was blended together then in editorial revisioning somewhat.
He's right about there being more than one author for Genesis, and it was definitely not an eyewitness account. Some experts...
Okay, so we done with that. I'm trying to find this one clip right here. So yet you want people to ignore all the science stuff, which I'm going to add in the video, and believe in your deity can save you from gang stalking because you did meth one time and you claim that this God saved you when everybody else didn't do the meth, and we've been hit with direct energy weapons and mind control technology. Yeah, gotcha. No.
Based on, although that is an important point too, I think Jesus was more in line with Noah in that you've got all these fanciful exaggerations, but that they're not all one guy, and they're not all real either. And I'm not just talking about the other pre-Christian godmen that Jesus is apparently based on, although that is an important point too. I'm talking about the most that I think we could expect of a historical Jesus. And I don't think that that would either qualify as historical or Jesus. In the very early years of Christianity, you already have factions arguing over whether Jesus was a real person. The Ebionites, or Nazarenes, were a renunciate set who held that Jesus was a purely human prophet, but they did not accept Paul's account of him, which is important here. Then you have the Docetics, who say that Jesus was a fully divine being who merely appeared to be human as an illusion. So Jesus is not a physical person and therefore can't really die, unless it happens in the celestial realm, which is what Richard Carrier suggests. Then you have the Gnostics, who are even older than Christianity, and they cast Jesus as an emissary between man and God. However, they did not believe that Jesus died for our sins, and that's a significant difference too. Then you've got the Coptic version, which again is early enough that it could be contemporary with the Gospel of John. Their account includes the Gospel of Thomas, in which Jesus said that if God wanted men to be circumcised, then men wouldn't be born with foreskins. And that rare bit of actual wisdom is part of the Nag Hammadi library, where God himself is oblivious to the fact that he was created by other gods in secrecy, and where Jesus is less important a character than their few different recurrent versions of Adam. Then there's the infancy gospel, contemporary with the Gospel of Luke, which tells the story of Jesus as a boy. In that, young Jesus is more like Damien from The Omen, because he kills other children with incantations and brings clay figures to life with a golem spell. Remember, this gospel was supposed to have preceded the Gospel of John. And what does that mean about the credibility of the Gospel of John? And look at all the disparity already. We've got 16 non-canonical Gospels emerging in the early days of Christianity, all of which purporting to tell the story of Jesus. Yet they're all different stories, and the early church banned them all as completely heretical. The only Gospels which are canonized are the last one, which shouldn't be for obvious reasons, and the ones largely based on the first one. Even that first one was written decades after Jesus allegedly died, and it's missing important elements of his life, like the virgin birth. That was anonymously added later.
The Gospel of Mark is 92% identical to Matthew, except that it corrects some of the errors that shouldn't have been in Matthew. And one that did not get corrected was chapter 1, verse 23. It's a misreading of Isaiah 7:14, as if that was supposed to be a prophecy pertaining to Jesus. Read the rest of that chapter. It can't be. Isaiah was talking about another prophecy that was supposed to be fulfilled some 700 years earlier by some other perfectly ordinary bastard. That prophecy failed spectacularly too, but that's a rant for another time. Still in the first couple centuries of Christianity, we have Justin Martyr, an early Christian apologist, telling Hellenist Greeks that Jesus is really no different than any other half-human godmen such as Hercules. Now we atheists understand.
Okay, stopping the camera. I think you. Now here it is. This is time. So we understand that this thing, this Jesus that he's believing in, is not real. But here it is. I don't know why he sounds like he always high, like he doesn't want to do this, make these videos. He always sounds like this. I don't get it. I know I have bad English diction, and I still suffer from a speech impediment. I still got a lazy tongue. They're stomping and they're stepping. They're still doing stomping and stepping. But this dude sounds like he doesn't want to make these videos.
You're still playing the game. You might be winning at the game, but you're still playing the game. And that's one thing that I think about this world as, is like, the world's all set up, right? It's designed a certain way, and it doesn't matter if you have success, if you have fame, if you have
this has nothing to do with
things.
Like skipping.
You know, people following you, people slandering you, all this stuff, you know, it keeps you on this low level of engaging with this base level, right? My strategy has been to seek things that are above, not below. Seek the things of God. And like, I realized as I stopped engaging on a certain level with these people, not partnering with the spirit of fear they try to put on you.
Okay, so we understand. I'm gonna play the video with Dr. John Hall. What he is talking about, it mostly sounds like community, not gang stalking. It sounds like a harassment campaign, because he's not talking about these direct energy weapons and these fucking mind control technologies. He's not talking about that. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, because I don't think he's a real gang stalking victim. I think he's a victim of a harassment campaign, but not gang stalking. So I don't. This what makes protesting against gang stalking so freaking hard, because everybody else trying to look cute on TikTok and look cute on YouTube, talking about a whole bunch of bullshit that has nothing to do with what I personally experienced. Okay, like, oh well, I just decided not to involve myself with these people. You don't have that choice sometimes when you're a gang stalking victim. They will come into your life whether they like it, whether you like it or not, by force, which I had to keep on the camera on and threaten to call the police, and did call law enforcement. I had to use pepper spray against one of these motherfuckers.
Partnering with the shame. No.
But you believing in that God is not going to stop these people from breaking into your freaking apartment, is it? No, Dane.
Not accepting, not receiving things from them. You're going to have to overcome a lot of stuff to get past what they're trying to do to you. Yeah, they want you to remain a victim. They want you to be stuck. They want you to be fighting them at every person that speaks out against you. They want you to drain. They want to drain your energy. They want to.
And it says what to do with the direct energy weapons and the mind control that they use on you. There was a dude named what's his Zoom? See if I can find it. I probably won't be able to find it. Dr. Robert Duncan. Dr. Robert Duncan. You see, okay, there's remote neural monitoring. If you want to watch it, it's right there. I'm surprised it actually showed up on this dude.
The CIA claims torture works. Now, they're talking about physical torture. Now, no touch torture. It's a whole new topic, a whole new category. Most people don't believe it's happening. You can be tortured in your own home. No one will believe you.
But you got this genius named Dane talking about, oh, you just don't have to be bothered by these people. How can you stop these people from fucking with you in your own house? Anyway, everybody knows who Dr. Robert Duncan is, but Dr. Robert Duncan made a video about torture. How they can move your limbs independently of your control. And I'm going to ask Dane this one question.
Right?
How are you going to stop that?
How to overcome this. And like the way that I kind of see it is,
I'm like see this, you can tell this dude's fake. You can tell this dude is fake. He's fake because he ain't talking about anything real. He ain't talking about these direct energy weapons and these mind control technology. Okay.
seek things that are above, not below. Seek the things of God. And like I realized as I stopped engaging on a certain level with these people, not partnering with the spirit of fear they try to put on you, partnering with the shame, not accepting, not receiving things from them. You're gonna have to overcome a lot of stuff to get past what they're trying to do to you. Yeah, they want you to remain a victim. They want you to be stuck. They want you to be fighting them at every person that speaks out against you. They want you to drain. They want to drain your energy. They want to all these things, right? Like you're falling into the trap, and you remain a victim until you start doing it differently.
Is located and tracked with pinpoint accuracy by their
my goal is
biometrics,
to
DNA, iris,
people
gait, facial recognition, and
away from,
brainwave patterns.
the surface
However,
level, and
the
a lot of
receiver
people
is
don't want to
not
hear the
a
things I have to
cellular
say,
phone. It
because
is
they're
the
not ready to
human brain.
acknowledge truth.
This technology
They're
can
not
also be used to
willing
manipulate the
accept
emotions of the
what
target.
they need to do.
It can
You
induce
need to
fear,
acknowledge,
love, hate.
God,
It
first
can
and foremost. You
cause
need to humble yourself
you to
and
be
acknowledge
nervous. It
God.
can cause you to be
You need
confident.
to acknowledge you don't have all the answers.
It can cause you to
need
be
acknowledge you
depressed.
need
It can
help.
cause you to be happy.
You need to acknowledge your sin.
It can cause you to
Repent
feel
of your
any
sin,
fucking
turn
emotion
to
at
God
any
with
time by
everything you have.
artificially inducing them.
If you want to
Emotions
overcome,
are also
I mean,
data.
that's
We could start
that's going to be
literally
up to the person.
to feel
But
somebody else's pain.
I don't know.
And now we say, I feel your pain. We don't really feel their pain.
It's just kind of
But in
crazy
the
to me. You know,
future,
I don't have a ton of people
we may
watching my
actually
videos, but
really
like,
feel their
already
pain.
people are,
Like if they're sad, all of a sudden we could tap in,
getting in my
to your wife
comments,
or girlfriend or boyfriend, and you could be like, oh my God, I feel your pain.
hating
I feel your anxiety, you know?
What they do is they go and get your garbage in front of your house and get
go
your
to the other
DNA.
pages that tell you
And then once they've got your DNA sequence, they can then go to a supercomputer and they can biocode
getting you and
directed energy attacks that
just
will
don't
only
understand
go
how you're
and
gonna fight the
bioresonate with your
government if
body.
it is the government.
So the three people
Maybe
can
they're
be standing
involved
right
on
next
some
to you.
But how
Nobody's
is your?
gonna feel
Well, so you see
harassment
this? You see this?
because
I'm trying to play this at the same time.
biocoded to
I'll
your
be okay,
body
but I
to
want to
normal.
watch this. Okay, listen to
And then they
this.
can send down details.
But he's like, how are you gonna fight the government if it's the government doing this gang stalking? So how are you gonna fight gang stalking if it is the government with your fake Jesus, with your Jesus from some Middle Age, Bronze Age, goat herder, Middle Eastern religion? How are you gonna stop that? Okay, tell me how you gonna stop that to his audience. Then the reason why I'm doing this because I don't want this dude becoming the next Terry Jones Jr. because Terry Jones Jr. don't talk about gang stalking, and that's why the system is constantly signal boosting his stuff. Let's go type in gang stalking. I know it's going to be different than what we usually see because I'm under restricted mode. Okay. You see, fake. No, this plain law is real. Fake. You know, Dr. Grande's fake. This chick is fake. Wow, I'm surprised gang stalking. The Justice Department video been censored like crazy. But we know Terry Joe Jr. fake. He doesn't talk about gang stalking. This chick is fake. Another fake one from this chick right here. She fake. Narcissistic gang stalking. Half of the people that be gang stalking don't even really know you. They're just doing the job. We know she's fake. This one's fake. That's fake. See, you see, they're not talking about real gang stalking on this platform, which is gonna get people messed up. And they want people to get messed up. They want you in jail, they want you in prison, they want you homeless. So they're signal boosting all this stupid chosen one shit. And that's why I keep talking about you, Dane. Because I know if something happened to Terry Joel Jr., you next up. So we're just gonna cut it off early.
Right, and he gave me wisdom how to overcome this, and like the way that I kind of see it is,
fuck Jesus.
You know,
Transcripts. See?
Winning in a game.
You see? It showed the transcript, and now the transcript is locked.
You might be winning at the game. It's just kind of crazy to me, you know. I don't have a ton of people watching my videos.
See, yes, we try, since you're not talking about gang stalking, those who are watching your videos, we're going to try to tell them that you're fake. Okay? And we're going to use all this science and law to prove that your audience, that you lied to them. Okay? And you claim to be a Christian. Okay, yeah, okay.
I had someone in my, it's bigger than your mind. I'm not about that. I'm about moving forward, and honestly, like, the only way that I was able to progress was through Jesus Christ. And I'd be
through Jesus Christ, but he lied, okay? He using the thing called the chosen ones, and we all know the chosen one is nothing more than the indigo child, nothing different than the starseed, the light worker, the saints. All that shit is all fake, phony, and false. Remember Terry Joel, my video about Terry Joel Jr. and the indigo child. Let's go type in indigo child. See, if he was a real Christian, he would have never done it.
Imagine a simple tweak to your morning routine.
Can't block this ad under this internet.
Boost your own.
I despise labels. I am an indigo child.
What does it mean to be an indigo child?
It means that I was born with a higher level of consciousness than you. I'm so conscious, I can do anything. I have special abilities.
Okay, let's see if we can find this.
And like crystal children and rainbow children, collectively, their purpose is to change the course of the world. If you
the world hasn't changed, it's gotten worse.
Know that you are extremely gifted, and you are entrusted with the mission to challenge what has been, and to make the world better for the future generation. This video will help you to find your soul's mission.
Okay, so you hear that, right? Now let's go back to Dane's channel, okay? Let's go back to Dane's channel, okay? Now you see this chosen ones, you see this chosen ones, you see this chosen ones, okay? You see this chosen ones. See that chosen ones? He done more videos, but I'm under restricted mode. You see, now you see that chosen one. Let's go back. Let's go back. Where's the other videos at? Okay. Let's go to my history. But he's a Christian, right? But he's Christian, okay.
World better for the future generation. This video will help you to find your soul's mission and your place in the evolution of humanity. Make the world better for the future generation.
Now my internet is...
If you are an indigo child, know that you are extremely gifted, and you are entrusted with the mission to challenge what has been, and to make the world better for the future generation. This video will help you to find your soul's mission and your place in the evolution of humanity.
Hey, chosen ones. God has put this on my heart. I'm just seeing a lot of similarities between my story and...
So you hear it, right?
Indigo children may not immediately identify themselves as such.
God has put this on my heart.
The concept of indigo children is relatively new since the idea emerged in the 1970s. You may not even know that you are of indigo origin, or that you are the first in your line of being an indigo child.
See, now, see?
However,
No difference.
we know that throughout our history, many people lived as indigo children, fulfilling their mission to push humanity
Okay, so we know he's
towards
fake. So we know he's
spiritual
fake. So we got it. We got it. We gonna need a timestamp.
Despite the
He's a
term
Christian, but he doing that chosen.
Well, hello there. I'm at the library, Los Angeles County Library, and I just got hit with a direct energy weapon right there. So, what section am I at? I am at social science, philosophy, and religion. Okay. I'm looking at the camera while I'm doing this. So, this is for you fake gang stalking victims, you gang stalking victims who are actually being put on mind control and you believe that being a Christian can save you. No, these are for these gang stalking grifters. I think a whole bunch of people on YouTube and TikTok are grifting. They don't know anything about gang stalking, but since gang stalking is such a new term to the public, even though I personally believe this shit was supposed to be exposed, gang stalking was supposed to be exposed back in 2009, 2010, and they put the kibosh on it. I'll have to show you evidence in the video. But, this is for you fake gang stalking victims, you gang stalking grifters, you gang stalking proxies, and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers who are on mind control. I'm going to tell you something. Gang stalking has nothing to do with religion. Gang stalking has nothing to do with spirituality. Gang stalking has nothing to do with the supernatural. Gang stalking has nothing to do with spirituality. Gang stalking has nothing to do with the paranormal. You are fucking lying. And I can prove that you fucking lying. You know why? Because demons don't gang stalk. I know that sounds weird. It's a weird concept. No. What you are talking about, if a demon is gang stalking you, it goes, oh my god, this is the section right here. It's called haunted. See? You see this? You guys are fucking lying.
Hello, Andre. I love you.
Twitching, severe headaches, blurred vision, as well as hearing the voices of their perpetrators in their head or in their surroundings while they're being attacked.
Wow. Well, let me go down the list of some of these that I came up with. We've got DARPA has a sonic projector that was reported on in 2007. Of course, it had been around for quite some time before then. Army has something they call voice to skull. We got the Air Force using microwaves to create sounds at Brooks Air Force Base. We've got the Marine Corps with their Medusa project. We've got the State Department, as reported by the Washington Post in 2005, working on voices implanted in people's heads. We've got a couple of companies, one that has patented something called hypersound. That's American Technologies. Has also got Holosonic Research Labs, also has a patented version. So the military-industrial complex has been all over this. When you see something this wide, this is not just one little research project from one organization. And this is something that 5, 10 years ago, it was being reported on in even mainstream press like the Washington Post, and yet nobody knows about this.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna do a part 2. Okay, so we got that down. You see, a lot of these fakes will not talk about this, and they will not bring up psychoelectronic weapons effects. Popular Mechanics magazine. So a lot of the fakes won't bring it up, especially these fake Christians. Definitely ain't gonna bring any of it up because it doesn't support their positions. These people are purposely mixing gang stalking with the supernatural, gang stalking with religion, gang stalking spirituality. They mixing gang stalking with the tarot cards, gang stalking with this fake shit called the Chosen One. This fake shit called the Chosen One. Now the stuff about the Chosen One, technically, that is called the Indigo Child. It's a new version of the Indigo Child. They keep doing this. The Indigo Child. Indigo Child. That Chosen One stuff, Indigo Child. So anybody that brings up the Indigo Child is fake. And nobody talks about no damn Indigo Child saving the world except for a few people like this shit. Oh, you see, look, there it is. Indigo Child. And what happened to these Indigo Child? What happened to them? They ain't doing jack shit. Look, see? Indigo Child.
What most people don't realize is I eat more carbs than almost anybody.
So you talking about a demon is gang stalking you, and you only need the power of Jesus can prevent the demon from gang stalking you even further. You fucking lying. I don't know if you saw those holograms, CNET News holograms that you can touch in Operation Bluebeam, and they fucked you up like that, and they hit you with some other type of mind control technologies on top of that, hitting you with brain entertainment through a carrier wave. I can see if I can find that dude talking about brain entertainment with microwaves and radio waves as a carrier signal to mess up your brain. Okay, I see real gang stalking victim here. Okay, so if a demon is gang stalking you, what is it? What? If a demon is gang stalking, wait, hold on. This says haunted Indiana. It doesn't say gang stalking Indiana. It says haunted Indiana. I wonder if we read this book, if we read this motherfucking book, will this book actually talk about anything about gang stalking? No. The correct word, if a demon is gang stalking you, the correct word is called haunted, okay? Haunted, not gang stalking, haunted. You piece of poo. Gang stalking is a legal and criminal issue, and yet it is a science issue because they're hitting you with shit from the electromagnetic spectrum. Ain't no damn demon, no fallen angel, no ghost, spook, goblin, troll is gang stalking you. You guys are pieces of poo, and you lie, and on top of that, you fake Christians to be on boot. You guys are fake Christians, fake, phony, and false. So not only you purposely lying to your audience, which you shouldn't be because you're a Christian, but you are using psychological operation campaigns against them too by mixing the wrong word. It's kind of like that dude that talked about loud surveillance and not use the correct verbiage, which is overt surveillance. We all know why he did that. He didn't want you watching these old private investigator videos, because if you watch those old private investigator videos talking about overt and covert surveillance, you will realize that not a demon is gang stalking you. You being gang stalked is a criminal issue, it's a legal issue, it's not a spiritual or religious issue. Gang stalking has nothing to do with religion, spirituality, the supernatural, or the paranormal. Okay, you fucking lying. And it's funny because all these ex-meth heads who happen to be criminals on top of that want to talk to you about some Jesus and say that only Jesus can stop gang stalking, when everybody else been talking about gang stalking through a legal and scientific lens way before they even congested, before they even put the meth in their mouth. Pieces of shit. Pieces of shit. Anyway, so what this book say? It says haunted Indiana, not gang stalking Indiana. We found another one. It says gently haunted. Does it say gently gang stalked? No, it said gently haunted. Haunted. Okay, what does it say right here? Unlike the typical collections of, I don't know, ghost stories, gently haunted, I can't read upside down that word, recounts uplifting and inspirational spiritual encounters. You will learn about the paranormal entities of a Florida antique shop, okay, including the haunted Charlie. Okay, talking about a haunted antique shop, not a gang stalking antique shop, not a gang stalked antique shop, a haunted shop. What does this thing say? This says what? The haunted South. Does it say the gang stalking South? No, it doesn't say the gang stalking South, doesn't it? No, you freaking liar. It says Tales from the Haunted South, not gang stalking South. See, more evidence that these people are lying. They're using the wrong word on purpose because they think you and I are stupid. When we've been gang stalked, well, I've been a gang stalking victim for a really long time. And I protest at the Santa Monica Pier for almost every single weekend for over 3 years, talking about the science and the legal issues of gang stalking. But yet these ex-meth heads pretending to be Christian want to tell me that gang stalking is a spiritual issue, and all you have to do is believe in some mythical Jew, okay, from the desert, from the ancient past, from the Bronze Age, basically can stop gang stalking. When this mythical being didn't stop World War I, World War II, didn't stop the Korean War, didn't stop the Vietnam War, didn't stop the Desert Storm and Operation Iraqi Freedom, okay? Didn't stop any of that. But Jesus can stop gang stalking. Okay. I have a sneaky suspicion that the people who are claiming that Jesus can stop gang stalking, they're gang stalking perps, they're gang stalking proxies, gang stalking victims who've been turned into perps, or gang stalking victims that's currently on mind control technology, or these are just grifters, kind of like breadtube grifters. Google breadtube grifters. These are just leftists grifting for money, bitching about capitalism, but asking for money and have businesses on the side. See, it's a grift. They're grifting, and I think gang stalkers or these gang stalking grifters, they're just trying to make money off of something that I have personally experienced and I personally protested against, and trying to get justice for what happened to me and my family. So yes, I take it personally if you're trying to grift off of gang stalking. I take it personally because I get hit with these direct energy weapons, psychoelectronic weapons effects, Popular Mechanics Magazine, Ted Gunderson, gang stalking affidavit, proof there ain't no goddamn demon that's gang stalking you. Fucking piece of shit. Okay, what does this thing say? It says haunted New Jersey. If you've been to New Jersey, it probably is haunted with a whole bunch of nasty shit. But anyway, it says haunted New Jersey. Doesn't say gang stalking New Jersey, gang stalked New Jersey. No, it says haunted New Jersey. You fucking liar. Oh my god. Okay. The chosen ones. It talks about the woman in white, the UFOs, ghosts, and all this other stuff. Witches. Weird shit about the paranormal, which has nothing to do with gang stalking. Gang stalking is illegal. It's a legal issue because it's dealing with crimes. And gang stalking is a scientific issue because they're hitting you with shit from the electromagnetic spectrum, which people was already able to pick up back in the 80s, these frequencies. And these people, these scientists, these engineers picking up these rogue frequencies wasn't picking up no fucking ghost, no fucking demon, okay? You're lying. Okay, I want to show you that video of these people picking up these frequencies at these military bases over in Europe. Ain't talking about no goddamn demon. Okay. So which find another one? What does it say? It says haunted castles of England. Does it say gang stalking castles of England? No, it says haunted. Not gang stalking, not gang stalking. It says haunted castles of England. Okay. So here it is, some more stuff right here. Haunted, haunted, haunted. Let's see all that haunted stuff? You see the haunted stuff? You see it? Does it say anything about gang stalking? No. You ain't gonna find no gang stalking dealing with no goddamn demon because demons don't gang stalk. It's called haunted. It's called dealing with the paranormal, not gang stalking. Put your paranormal shit in the category that it belongs. Gang stalking is not a spiritual issue. Gang stalking is not dealing with the paranormal. Gang stalking is not dealing with the religious. Gang stalking ain't dealing with no damn tarot cards. Gang stalking is not dealing with no dumbass chosen one. There is no chosen one involved in gang stalking. The chosen one is a psychological operation campaign like the Indigo Child back in the early 2000s that I had to deal with because my child got injured. Vaccine injured back in 2005. He was having seizures. When every time he had the vaccine, didn't know what the fuck was going on. I watched my video about the Indigo Child and Terry Joe Jr. and the new Indigo Child shit. Right there explains it. People are just fucking lying. Not me. It's these fake gang stalking victims making ghosts and demons with gang stalking. No goddamn what Ted Gunderson gang stalking affidavit. Okay, ain't no goddamn demon. Okay, what does it say? It says haunted hotels. It says haunted hotels. Does it say gang stalking hotels? No. It says haunted hotels. haunted hotels. Yeah, it says haunted hotels, okay? Not gang stalking hotels, okay? Wait, this is a new book right here. Does it says ghost gang stalking? Does it say ghost gang stalking? No, it says ghost haunting Southern California. Ghost haunting Southern California. Didn't say ghost gang stalking Southern California. Okay. Okay. What's the big fun? Here's some more stuff right here. Here's some more stuff dealing with some haunting. Haunted. Does it says gang stalking Washington? No, it says haunted Washington, not gang stalking Washington. Okay. Where's the fucking thing at? You had to waste my fucking weekend coming to the library. I'm gonna put this on pause. Okay, so I'm still at the library. Let's talk about some things right here. You see this book right here? This is called Stalking Shadows. Stalking Shadows, and it's dealing with a paranormal investigator, paranormal researcher, okay? Now, does this book actually talk about gang stalking? No. The book doesn't talk about gang stalking because gang stalking is a crime. Gang stalking is dealing with legal and criminal issues and science issues, scientific issues, because they're hitting people with the electromagnetic spectrum. Weapons from the electromagnetic spectrum. It's not a, gang stalking is not a religious or spiritual or a paranormal issue or a supernatural issue. That's not what gang stalking is. And you fake fucking Christians know it. Okay, but it says Stalking Shadows. Talking about paranormal investigations, okay? Did she talk about demons? No, sorry, but she did talk about demons in the book, but did she talk about gang stalking? No. She doesn't talk about gang stalking in this book. No, Debbie didn't talk about gang stalking in this book. Okay, and yeah, this is The Abyss. Hopefully I recorded it. I'm gonna stop the camera. Haunted by the Abyss. Really? Haunted. Did it say gang stalking? Gang stalked by the Abyss? No. It said haunted by the Abyss. Haunted, not gang stalked. But she's talking about demons in this book. See, demons don't gang stalked, okay? In dealing with paranormal experiences, it's not called gang stalking. You need to be careful of these holograms that these gang stalkers will put upon you. It's a hologram. It's not a fucking demon. It's a hologram. CNET News holograms that you can touch. And then Google, again, brain entertainment. Then you have remote neuromonitoring and phantom touch attack. Remote neuromonitoring. And then you have phantom touch attacks. Phantom touch attacks was in Popular Mechanics magazine. Psychoelectronic weapons effects. Ain't no goddamn demon that's gang stalking you. Your central nervous system is being attacked. Psychoelectronic weapons effects. You see, I'm a real gang stalking victim. You see? Gang stalking victim. Gang stalking victim. And guess what? There's a lot more gang stalking victims on the back of my shirt. See? I wear the t-shirts almost every single day when it's appropriate. Okay? Almost every single day when it's appropriate. YouTube videos that prove that gang stalking is real. See, psycho electronic weapons effects. Total individual control technology, if you can find that. Total individual control technology. Ain't no goddamn demon that's gang stalking you. Okay, gosh, fucking Jesus. Okay, so let's go to the next book. Oh yeah, since we on the topic of the paranormal, did Edgar Casey talked about gang stalking? Most likely not. Oh, here's another one. This is interesting. Okay, this is interesting right here. It's called A Demon Haunted Land. A Demon Haunted Land, and it's dealing with stories of the accounts of people who survived World War II in Germany, and how a whole bunch of shit went supernatural, paranormal, instead of dealing with the atrocities that happened upon their fellow citizens by Hitler's Germany, by Hitler's government. All those deaths and destruction of all these people, they started labeling their neighbors who survived World War II, they started labeling them as witches and demons, a whole bunch of stuff. By the way, this is labeled as history. Sorry about that. This is labeled as history. Okay? It seems actually really interesting. I might read this. But it is, see, the same thing that they do over in Africa when they falsely accuse their neighbors of being witches. Same thing that they do over in certain areas of India. They falsely accuse their neighbors of being witches. And these people who got falsely accused of being witches, just like they did in the Salem witch trials, they all end up dying. And this was during the 40s, after the fall of Hitler's Germany. Look, ain't no goddamn demon doing this gang stalking. Okay, so here's another book. It says, does it say the gang stalking? I can't see it. I can't see it. Does it says the gang stalking of Alma Fielding? Of Alma Fielding. Does it say the gang stalking of Alma Fielding? No, it says the haunting. The haunting. Yeah. No gang stalking. Gang stalking is a crime. Gang stalking is a legal issue. Gang stalking is dealing with science from the electromagnetic spectrum. Gang stalking is dealing with ghosts, demons, goblins, trolls, fairies, the chupacabra. Where's the chupacabra at? Gang stalking ain't dealing with no chupacabra, okay? And all these weird demon videos, what you're talking about is shapeshifters. What you're talking about is shapeshifters. They ain't demons. They're shapeshifters. They're aliens. They ain't demons. I'll show you a video of this dude shapeshifting on Saturday Night Live. It's weird. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is the section right here. Gang stalking is a criminal, legal, and scientific issue. Nothing to do with any of this shit is in this category, in this section. Okay, so I appreciate you fake Christians, you gang stalking perps, you gang stalking proxy mind controlled gang stalking victims that turn perps, and you probably don't even know that you're doing it because you're on mind control, or you're a gang stalking victim that turned perp because you want sympathy and you can't deal with the program, so you decided to become evil. Or these gang stalking grifters. Yeah, actually, no question mark. They're grifting. They're grifting, kind of like bread tubers. Gang stalking grifters. They're trying to get YouTube and TikTok famous by talking about gang stalking issues, doing psychological operation campaigns on your audience, and doing limited hangouts on your audience. I'm a real gang stalking victim. I protest gang stalking in Santa Monica Pier. I got kicked out of Santa Monica College with the video to prove it, and I got video of me dealing with the police at the Santa Monica College too. Okay, I got kicked out of that institution because of what? Got it all on camera. But since I was poor and since I was being hit with voice school technology and being tortured, I couldn't get an easy access to a lawyer. I should have done it. But we all know why they kicked people like me out of Santa Monica College back in 2020. It's because they were doing that leftist stuff, and they wanted a whole bunch of leftists to join these Black Lives Matter and Antifa protests that ruined Santa Monica. We all know why. By the way, my 2-year suspension has been lifted. I can now go to Santa Monica College. It's been lifted like 2022. So I can go to college in 2023, Santa Monica College. So anyway, you guys are fake, phony, and false. Keep your lies out of gang stalking, please. If you are a true Christian. Stop lying to your audience. Thank you. So this is a side note. You know how all those fake gang stalking victims talking about New Age spiritualism, and crystals and chakras and shit. You notice how they're not making any videos anymore about gang stalking, because a lot of people call them out. Call out these fake gang stalking victims and their New Age spiritual bullshit. None of that shit has anything to do with gang stalking. You call them out and you will save lives, and you will keep families together. You will keep people out of jail. That's one of the reasons why I'm a real gang stalking victim who protested at the Santa Monica Pier, and been protesting at the Santa Monica Pier for almost 3 years now, almost every single weekend for over 3 years, calling out these fake motherfuckers, mixing their New Age bullshit with gang stalking. Okay, no, you're not going to grift off of the shit that I suffered. Also, a lot of, like I said before, a lot of this gang stalking shit came from the Pinkerton Agency and agencies like them from the 1800s, okay? Then the CIA, the NSA, the Nazis, the Stasi's, the Bolsheviks, all of them had elements of gang stalking and COINTELPRO, which originated with the Pinkerton's agency and agencies like them from the 1800s, okay? Nothing to do with no damn demon that's gang stalking you.
Okay, I actually found it. There it is. See, this is some more psychological operation campaigns. Now, when it comes to this crap right here, like the Indigo Child, the Chosen One, the Star Seed, the Light Workers, the Saints, the 144,000 soldiers of God, and all the other bull crap, watch this video right here. Watch this man called Yuri. Hopefully this pops up. There it is, Yuri Bezmenov. He basically explains it. Yeah. I'll make a video about it, but yeah, this is it right here. And you hear that stomping and stepping. They did it at 7 o'clock in the morning.
The KGB was even curious about this gentleman. It may look innocent. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, a great spiritual leader, or maybe a great charlatan and crook, depending on which side you're looking at him. Beatles were trained at his ashram in Hardwar in India how to meditate. Mia Farrow and other useful idiots from Hollywood visited his school, and they returned back to United States absolutely zonked out of their minds with marijuana, hashish, and crazy ideas of meditation. To meditate, in other words, to isolate oneself from the current social and political issues of your own country. To get into your own bubble, to forget about troubles of the world. Obviously, KGB was very fascinated with such a beautiful school, such a brainwashing center for stupid Americans. I was dispatched by the KGB to check what kind of VIP Americans attend this school.
That's you on the left.
Yes, I'm on the left. I was trying to get enrolled in that school. Unfortunately, the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi asked too much. He wanted $500 American for enrollment. But my function was not actually to get enrolled in the school. My function was to discover what kind of people from United States attend this school. And we discovered that, yes, there are some influential members of family, public opinion makers of United States, who come back with the crazy stories about Indian philosophy. Indians themselves look upon them as idiots, useful idiots. To say nothing about KGB, who looked at them as extremely naive, misguided people. Obviously, a VIP, say a wife of a congressman, or a prominent Hollywood personality, after being trained in that school, is much more instrumental in the hands of manipulators of public opinion and KGB than a normal person who understands, who looks through this type of fake religious training.
Why would they be more susceptible to manipulation?
I just mentioned that because, you see, a person who is too much involved in introspective meditation. You see, if you carefully look what Maharishi Mahesh Yogi is teaching to Americans, is that most of the problems, most of the burning issues of today can be solved simply by meditating. Don't rock the boat. Don't get involved. Just sit down, look at your navel, and meditate. And the things, due to some strange logic, due to cosmic vibration, will settle down by themselves. This is exactly what the KGB and Marxist-Leninist propaganda want from Americans, to distract their opinion, attention, and mental energy from real issues of the United States into a non-issues, into a non-world, non-existent harmony. Obviously, it's more beneficial for the Soviet aggressors to have a bunch of duped Americans.
I'm going to put it on pause. It's their stomping and stuffing. Okay, they ain't doing it.
Americans who are self-conscious, healthy, physically fit, and alert to the reality. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi obviously is not on the payroll of the KGB. But whether he knows it or not, he contributes greatly to demoralization of American society. And he's not the only one. There are hundreds of those gurus who come to your country to capitalize on naivete and stupidity of Americans. It's a fashion. It's a fashion to meditate. It's a fashion not to be involved. So obviously, you can see that if KGB were that curious, if they paid my trip to Hardwar, if they assigned me to that strange job, obviously they were very much fascinated. They were convinced that that type of brainwashing is very efficient and instrumental in demoralization of the United States.
Okay, so even though I'm not fighting for the United States, I am trying to prove that gang stalking is real through a legal and scientific basis. The best way that I can, since I'm on a limited budget and they cut off my EBT card for 3 months. I'm trying to fight, but you have all these fake gang stalking victims. All they do is just walk around in big cities and say, oh, that person's gang stalking me. They're not, oh, I'm being gang stalked by this. Oh, it's the helicopters. Why would they use helicopters if you in a big city and they can use a drone? Okay. Anyway, oh, they're gang stalking me because of the fallen angels. It's the fallen angels. Oh! No, gang stalking is real. It has nothing to do with no freaking fallen angels. Oh my freaking God. Watch out for these people under their line.
To disperse the striking workers, allowing the factory to reopen with non-union labor. The workers know exactly what to expect from the Pinkertons. They violently protected Western railroads from cult heroes like Jesse James, Butch Cassidy, and the Sundance Kid. They provided the damning but controversial evidence that sent non-union members to the gallows after the Haymarket Affair. And in Pennsylvania, Pinkertons had already been used as strikebreakers during the Great Railroad Strike of 1877, and snuffed out the secret society of Irish coal miners known as the Molly Maguires. These were the mercenaries of the oligarchy, the knights of capitalism, and they're carrying Winchester rifles.
And that's what a whole bunch of gang stalking victims are dealing with. People like the Pinkertons agents in 2023. But they got direct energy weapons and mind control technology. Ain't no fucking demon that's gang stalking. Okay, this is more Pinkertons for you. Proving that this gang stalking has nothing to do with no gosh darn demon.
Pinkerton explained to her it is not the custom to employ women detectives, but she calmly laid out her case that women would be most useful in worming out secrets in many places that would be impossible for men. She convinced him, and he hired her, and she went on to have a career with the Pinkerton Agency, solving crimes, helping the Union during the Civil War, and at one point, possibly, saving the life of Abraham Lincoln. The story of Kate Warren, considered by many to be America's first female detective, is history.
Okay, so if you want to, we got some more spy stuff on here. Okay, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, they're saying that a lot of this Pinkerton stuff led to the formation of the CIA and the FBI and all the other bullcrap. Okay, but you understand what I'm talking about. Okay? So, like I said, gang stalking had nothing to do with demons. And anybody who says that Or don't worry about getting your camera out. Just worry about praying to Jesus as you being gang stalked here with direct energy weapons, mind control technology, as people trying to conspire to get you to be homeless, get your kids taken away from you, conspire to get you to be placed in jail. I mean, these people are going to mess you up. See, there it is. Watch there be an ad right in front of this
Long
video.
before there was
Okay,
FBI, there was the Pinkerton National Detective Agency. It was founded by Alan Pinkerton, a staunch abolitionist.
Hello, Andre. I love you.
Twitching, severe headaches, blurred vision, as well as hearing the voices of their perpetrators in their head or in their surroundings while they're being attacked.
Wow. Well, let me go down the list of some of these that I came up with. We've got DARPA has a sonic projector that was reported on in 2007. But of course, it had been around for quite some time before then. Army has something they call voice to skull. We got the Air Force using microwaves to create sounds at Brooks Air Force Base. We've got the Marine Corps with their Medusa project. We've got the State Department, as reported by the Washington Post in 2005, working on voices implanted in people's heads. We've got a couple of companies, one that has patented something called hypersound. That's American Technologies. Has also got Holosonic Research Labs, also has a patented version. So the military-industrial complex has been all over this. When you see something this wide, this is not just one little research project from one organization. And this is something that 5, 10 years ago, it was being reported on in even mainstream press like the Washington Post, and yet nobody knows about this.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna do a part 2. Okay, so we got that down. You see, a lot of these fakes will not talk about this, and they will not bring up psychoelectronic weapons effects. Popular Mechanics magazine. So a lot of the fakes won't bring it up, especially these fake Christians. Definitely ain't gonna bring any of it up because it doesn't support their positions. These people are purposely mixing gang stalking with the supernatural, gang stalking with religion, gang stalking with spirituality. They mixing gang stalking with the tarot cards, gang stalking with this fake shit called the Chosen One. This fake shit called the Chosen One. Now, the stuff about the Chosen One, technically, that is called the Indigo Child. It's a new version of the Indigo Child. They keep doing this. Indigo Child. Indigo Child. That Chosen One stuff, Indigo Child. So anybody that brings up the Indigo Child is fake. And nobody talks about no damn Indigo Child saving the world except for a few people like this shit. Oh, you see, look, there it is. Indigo Child. And what happened to these Indigo Child? What happened to them? They ain't doing jack shit. Look, you see? Indigo Child.
What most people don't realize is I eat more carbs than almost anybody.
So you